So the way this works, and we had to figure it out, this is what I'd like to do. The first award is going to go, and hold the applause for just a moment, is going to go to an earth science and physics teacher at John Dewey High School, and I'd like to recognize the principal and the assistant principal of John Dewey, if you'd stand up, Barry Free and Honora Dash. And now we will see a little video about our first winner.
I love the sciences. I live the sciences every day. It's a part of my being. It is something that is inseparable from my personality. And I continue to learn something new every single day. There's so much to learn, and there's so much joy in the process of learning and finding new things out.
Michael is creative. Michael is passionate. Michael is devoted, dedicated. He has a zest for his subject and for his students.
He teaches his students and encourages his students a love of learning. And he also gives them a sense of responsibility, that the learning is their responsibility, and he guides them along the way. He challenges his students, but he makes learning fun. I've been upstairs near his room where his students are on the ground measuring, or they're in the staircase running up and down the stairs, and then they go back to the classroom and they form their hypotheses and they come to their conclusions, and it's all about the learning, and he gives them the gift of learning the subject themselves.
My initial interest in geology actually began at the age of 7, when my godmother bestowed upon me a mineral collection. And I happen to remember that each of the specimens that were in this nice wooden box, each in its own unique position, was so uniquely different, but so uniquely beautiful. Their singularity, the regularity, the uniqueness of each piece, the pure aesthetics just put the hook in me. And I think also seeing how the specimens were ordered and placed, I think met a deeper need in me to find order in a world, I believe, in the eyes of a child that was ordinarily chaotic. And from there, it was the first step in the journey that has led me to where I am today. I guess if I was to perhaps identify with a single figure whom I would like to be remembered, it would be Santa Claus. Not for the obvious reasons, but more for the fact that I brought joy to them. I brought them not only what they wanted, but I was also to give them something that they needed. And it was something that they would always have with them forever. And they would always think of in a good way.
I wish to extend my sincerest gratitude to the Alfred P. Sloan Foundation for its generous sponsorship of the Excellence in Teaching Science and Mathematics Awards program. I also wish to thank Mary McCormick, President of the Fund for the City of New York, for her tireless professionalism and foresight as a logistical linchpin who fastened all of the diverse participants and complex plans into this smooth and seamless success. I am a very fortunate man. Few people can claim a life as personally and professionally satisfying as that which I have spent in the service of the children of the City of New York. It is a life that is the logical consequence of a youth forged in the disciplined crucible of science and mathematics, while gently cradled in the loving hands of the humanities. I am an academician. There isn't a time when my dreams of a life as an academician ever faltered. The accomplishments for which I am honored today represent a synoptic view of a life committed to the furtherance of science, the acquisition of knowledge, the pursuit of wisdom, the nurturing of the soul, the love and well-being of my family, and the growth, happiness, and future prosperity of my students. I am also a very selfish man. I cannot imagine myself doing anything else. I have the best job with the best colleagues in the best high school in the Department of Education. I am eagerly looking forward to spending many more days in the pleasant pursuit of science with the sweetest, brightest, and most respectful students in the city of New York. But I am also a concerned and troubled man. I am concerned that public education has become the lightning rod and scapegoat for many of society's ills and shortcomings. I am troubled that the educational venue of New York City youth has become the battleground over which irreconcilable socio-political forces and special interests have chosen to do combat. It is a conflict which paralyzes a public education system, once the envy of the modern world, to the point where few children are left behind because so few children are moving forward. Our schools must not be a forum for social complaint. They must not be places where adults congregate to argue, gain visibility, or attempt to exert leverage over provincial political matters. Schools must function as places of enlightenment, encouragement, and ennoblement. Ultimately, I am a hopeful man. I am confident that the stewards of our free society's most venerated and sacred of institutions will redouble their efforts in ensuring that each and every child in the city of New York is bestowed with the gift of a meaningful and purposeful education vital to their growth, security, prosperity, and stability. I gratefully accept this award on behalf of the following people. On behalf of Lisa Scacolosi, Zane Jacobs, and Honora Dash of John Dewey High School for their unfailing support and confidence. On behalf of my high school teachers, my true role models, who showed me that conveying even the most rigorous and challenging concepts are decidedly more effective and palatable when teachers are kind, compassionate, patient, and understanding. On behalf of my students, whose unconditional respect and trust inspire me each and every day. On behalf of my son Michael, who helped me learn what it takes to be a good caregiver. On behalf of my wife of 35 years, Stephanie, for supporting my thirst for rocks, books about rocks, and physics. And on behalf of my grandmother, Emma Bonsignor, who always had more confidence in me than I ever had in myself. Thank you.